Hey, Tom here, FlipAnything USA. So on my blog, I share how I made my fortune in real estate. I've got a book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. You can kind of see right through it today. Here's a better shot of it. Working from my home studio today. Uh, so, people get all caught up in these cars. Uh, I can drive anything I want, and I'm glad I don't love cars, like Manny Koshman, anyways. But so when I say I traded 10 Ferraris, what I'm saying is I opted for a building rather than squander it on cars. And I want to show you guys this, especially you guys that are just getting started in real estate, and you get impressed with the cars, like Chris Crone and Grant Cardone. And listen, that's got nothing to do with making money. I'm going to get back into it and show you how this property makes me $12,000 a month, $400 a day. All right. So this building, let me get you a better look at it. Okay, this is typical of a lot of buildings all across America, manufacturing, right? This is the property. It's actually kind of a flag lot. And let me see if I can get you a better shot here. Let's see. Anyways, in the front part of it, it's pretty much office. Is this 3D or 2D? Huh. That's not the best picture I've seen. But anyhow, what you've got is a building. It's 15,800 square feet of industrial building, what we call flex space. You have office in there as well as that. They manufacture. They've been manufacturing for a long time. I bought this building for $1.6 million. It's one of the most recent properties that I bought. And it's probably worth a little bit more. But what I'm trying to get at is you can have Ferraris, or you can create an income. And I don't understand why I'm not. What's going on here? All right, sorry. Anyways, is the audio okay? I just getting the things tuned in here. But let me bounce around here just for a second. So now let me show you another building. Golly, I'll show you a building I actually built. Now, check this out. Now this is a building that it started out, I bought a $300,000 home. It was a $300,000 home on this lot. But it was a prime 1 acre corner. And so the house was kind of sitting where you see these cars now. In fact, this tree here was right at the back door of the cars. Well, I bought this property, I think her name was Pat Farmer. Anyways, first thing I did was pulled a permit, and I built this 16,000 square foot building behind it. Now, let me show you what this looks like. These are tenants. They're actually doing a hell of a business. That's why there's so many cars. So now, what was a house on a corner, what started out as $300,000 is now a beautiful office building. And let me see here how we get out of here. All right, get you a better shot here now. So now look at that. This is a 2-story, 16,000 square foot, beautiful parking lot, and it brings in actually more income than the property that I just showed you. This is what it takes, is you got to be smart with your money. You got to plan on just get a plan. You got to design your life, right? You got to do what you got to do. Meaning, maybe a little sacrifice. Maybe not drive a fancy car in the beginning. Maybe save your money, buy a house, then maybe buy another house, turn that, and then the secret is you got to have two. You always have to have two. You got to have one to sell and resell, and to play with the money and get it going. Now, those of you who don't know, I have a mentorship program. In fact, we've already had some great success. I'll show you that too right now. So here's FlipAnythingUSA.com. If you get a chance, go there. Even myself, I just got a TikTok account, by the way. Not to look at, but I got to say, there's so many distractions in front of people today that take your mind off what you should be working on. Oh, sound is low? God, man. Okay. How's this? Let me know if this is any better. This ought to improve. All right. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Maybe this is a little better. So I just kind of getting back to, I think about the very first property I bought. Somebody offered me $20,000 more for it than I just paid for it. And that lit a fire under me. And I was lucky that I got that fire lit at 19, because it's forever carried me through and made me concentrate on just buying more and just, I flipped. I would have liked to held on to everything, but the fact is you can't hold on to everything. You got to turn it sometimes to buy something bigger and better. But you can accumulate so much property so quickly. Hey, Elite, how are you? I'm letting everybody know. Hey, those of you in the mentorship, Zoom meeting is 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll be getting into it, whatever you want. We got some new members too, by the way. Glad to have you aboard. We'll be getting into it. You've probably most of you gotten through your first lesson. We'll be doing that. Okay, thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. But anyhow, so so back to the mentorship. And also, if you go to the page, FlipAnythingUSA.com, I got some of the best videos I think are worth watching right here. This is one where I kind of show where I took $50,000 and turned it into $5.5 million. It's actually probably $7.5 million now. It's been a while. This is a lot. I made over $300,000 on this one, and this is a vacant lot actually up the street. It's not vacant anymore, but I made $60,000 on this lot, and I think I only put $5,000 or $10,000 down. That's the kind of thing that you can do. Hey, if you just got here, please subscribe, please like the videos. It helps the channel. I try to share what I can and help people make money the best way they can with what they got. This is another building. I just bought this one about, 6 weeks ago. This is a strip center. In fact, I'll show it to you from the sky if you want. We can go to that. Game Wiz wrote, Tom, I was listening to what you said earlier, and I decided to stop waiting to get the book. Good, Game Wiz. I was telling you, there's no reason to put off buying a $10 book, okay? I hope that the most you ever waste your money on is a $10 book. But it's not a waste of time. It'll change your life if you can apply it. If you get a passion for real estate, listen. The best thing to do, whatever you do to make money, I don't care if you make money, real estate or anything else. I don't care if you buy my book or not buy my book, or it doesn't matter to me. That I can tell you, the key to making money is have a passion for what you do. Now, obviously, there's some people that love the stage and the theater, and they never get their big break, but they love what they do, so they act and they do what they do. Now, I personally, I like to do things that make money, because I was poor as a kid, poor, shitty clothes, we're on welfare, powdered milk, free lunches at school. It wasn't ideal. The other kids would go to camp, we couldn't afford it. Yeah, it's still not loud, Barry. Damn, I got this thing cranked up. Yeah, I may have to do something else about that, I guess. But right now, damn it, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm getting pretty high level on here. Is it bad for everyone? Anyways, I'll try to speak up a little bit. So I'm at my home studio, so I still got to dial in the microphone stuff. I'm using the one off the laptop, but it was actually registering really well, and people were liking it the other day. But so like this building here, you know what? Maybe I can just show it to you. Oh, you hear me loud and clear? All right, Barry. One of us is Either you're going deaf or or Elite's got some really good ears. So David says, do I buy one lien mortgages on real estate? Okay, everybody says it sounds pretty good. All right, Barry. This one's on you, I think. But so I'm not sure when you say one lien mortgages, I mean, are you asking if I buy mortgages or trust deeds? Are you asking if I buy properties in the first or second? Oh, hey, Liam. I don't even know if I texted you or not. I wanted to know. I was hoping that you got some good news, but we don't need to talk about it here. But I hope you heard more news. That's good. But I can tell you, those of you that are thinking about getting in real estate, don't wait. Game Wiz here. I was telling him. He's saying I'm gonna buy the book. Listen, there's no reason to put it off. I tell the story all the time. He who hesitates gets left at the starting gate. It is the worst. It'll be the worst feeling in your life when you miss something, or you pick up that book and you go, damn. And I can tell you, most of the people that are in my mentorship, their biggest regret is that they didn't start 10 years earlier or 20 years earlier. It's that life changing. I mean, it's big. It's really, really big. And if you don't know what you don't know, so you got to get out there. Okay. Well, I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully, maybe you can pop into the class tomorrow. Not that we want to talk about that subject. Do I buy mortgages on real estate? No. I sell mortgages. I've had, like I'll carry a second or a first trust deed in the past. I haven't done this lately, and then I would sell the trust deed. I used to have tons of notes. I remember when I was young, I was in my 20s, and I had about $8,000-$10,000 a month coming in just in notes secured by trustees on stuff that I carried. I like land for that reason. Land is the best opportunity. It's a great opportunity for young people because you're not expected to finance it at the bank. You can get a lot of farmland. You can get all kinds of properties. Even just stuff that's just on the outskirts of town. Banks, used to shy away from lending against land unless you have really exceptional credit. They probably don't want to loan you money on land. But so it gives you an opportunity to do owner financing, and that gives you the opportunity to resell. And sometimes you get the financing in place. You put together a good note and a good deal, and then it's going to be much easier to sell. You can let them assume your first trust deed, and then they'll buy you out of the difference. It's a wonderful way to do it. So let's see. Baylor says, Tom, if I'm making $200,000 a year, is that enough to buy property? Of course it is. Dude, you can buy properties for $10,000. You can buy that in 1 month, from what you sound like. Or should I try to build and flip and build? No, listen. Look, I have half the time I have more money in my hands, but I can't find the deal that I want because it's not always easy. I have high standards. I like big profits. I like big margins, and so I'm looking and looking and looking and looking for a property that's a fantastic deal. I want a building. Maybe I want a building that's $3 million or $5 million, or maybe $2 million. I try to buy as much as I can with what I got. I usually keep myself pretty cash poor, but what happens a lot is I'll have a bunch of cash and I'm holding out trying to find something that's maybe $4 million, and I'm almost always disappointed. Either I need more money than I have, or the deal's too small, and so what ends up happening is I'll find opportunities on buying houses. Well, houses are easy. There's way more houses out there, so it's a lot easier to find opportunities to buy houses than to find buy commercial properties like I'm kind of telling you about right now. And so yeah, thanks. Ty Johnson just wrote. He said, I bought the book and I appreciate that it's action oriented or actionable information. That's right. Listen, I'll tell you, this guy here did a great review on the book right here, Jeb Fuller. And Jeb, if you're watching, I need to have you on the show sometime. I appreciate you giving me such a nice, one of the things he pointed out is that they're action items. He was comparing it to Grant Cardone's book, and I urge you to watch that because it's a great comparison. And like I say, I'm not a big fan of Grant Cardone's. I don't think he could teach anybody about buying and selling real estate. I think he parlays his money into buildings, but what he does is he uses other people's money, which is a whole different game. You are the target. You are the money, okay? You are the money with Grant Cardone. He's looking for your money to invest in buildings. Although now I think he's got a few lawsuits going, and he's kind of cut back on that a bit. At least I think he's got his hands tied for a little bit. But the bottom line is, you got to do something. You got to get skills. You got to get skills. And if you've been working for 10 years and it's not taking you where you want to be, listen, I bought my first property at 19 years old, and I was broke. I was broke. And I'll tell you the story real quick. I was broke looking for a place to rent. Turned out the place that I was looking at renting, the agent said, "How'd you like to buy it?" I said, "I got any money?" He said, "Well, let's just make an offer." And we made an offer with $10,000 down, and it was 6 months before I had to put the 10 grand down. So I got a 6-month escrow. So I got this 6-month period that I actually get to occupy the building, and I'm rent free now for that 6 months. And that's how I saved the 10 grand to put the deposit down. And shortly after that, somebody offered me, $20,000 more than I paid for it, and that's when the light bulb moment went off, and I was running. By the way, I want to tell you guys, I got a TikTok account. So if any of you guys that have TikTok, you got to look up Tom McKay USA. Tom McKay USA. Somebody took my damn name, which I want to find out who that is. But Tom McKay USA, and you can whatever, you'll find me. You probably can find me with. I'm learning the TikTok thing, but it's just short, quick. It's shorts, under 60 seconds on average. So sometimes I can share stuff very quickly, and I think that is going to be a good thing. I'm expanding the food park right now. I got some stuff I'll show you guys in the class tomorrow. Those of you in the mentorship, I'll show you some of the stuff that I'm doing right now. It's pretty interesting. It's going to make more money. And anyway, anybody got any questions? Anybody got anything they want to share? Anything you're working on? But listen, you were talking about Baylor. You're talking about you got 200,000 a year. Do you have my book yet? Get the book. Just get the book first thing, and go to FlipAnythingUSA.com and start watching these videos. Okay, start watching these videos. I don't know anybody that has the experience I have. I've been doing this for 40 years. I'm 59. I've been doing this since I was 19, and I've owned hundreds of properties, and I still have about 100. I think last time I counted, I have 156,000 square feet of good quality rentals, nice rental properties that I intend to keep forever, and then, for a long time anyways. And then I also have maybe 30,000 square feet of houses that I rotate through those. I always flip houses. Houses are a great way to make money, but they're not a great way for generating income. They're good to buy in the market. I can show you a house I just bought for $303,000. It's worth about $420,000. So that's what I'm talking about. These little ones. If I'm, maybe I got $1 million in my pocket and I want to buy something for $4 million or $3 million. What happens is something will pop up where I can pay cash for a house for say $300,000 or $400,000 or $200,000, and I'll buy that, and I'm making $100,000 on the purchase. I'm making a lot of money on the purchase. I'm buying it under market, so I end up burning up my money that way, and it's okay because I turn the house and I make the money. But with the tax consequences, it's a little hard to I have to roll from a house to a house. It becomes, it's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's just a good problem to have. So Liam wrote, I am thinking of buying an abandoned supermater to repurpose as a warehouse. I don't know what a supermater is. Liam, I'm going to have to look that up. Supermater, huh? Maybe we'll all learn something. I don't know. A supermater. Is that what you meant? A supermater? I'm coming up with mater from Cars. So, get gauged, Baylor. Okay, my uncle is telling me to develop strip centers. I agree. But I just feel like so much can go wrong. Not true. On your site now, going to buy the book. Yeah, do it right now. And look at here. Since you've already been advised to get into the look at this. I'm going to show you guys this right now. Let's see. Oh, supermarket. Yeah, thanks, Russ. I appreciate it. Russ is in the class too. Hey, we got a great group in the class, by the way. Those of you that just signed up here this week, and those of you thinking about it, listen, it's a wonderful thing. That's probably right. So here, I'll jump over and I'll show you a not a supermarket, but a strip center. Maybe he meant a supermarket. I don't know. Liam, you're gonna have to confirm. Okay, supermarket. Okay, there you go. Okay. So look, there's things you got to watch out for. There's speculation that we're not even going to need gas stations here pretty soon, right? Because of the electric cars. And a lot of people are going for it. People that don't have to leave town, they can deal with an electric car. In fact, the other day I saw an extension cord coming out of one of my buildings, and they put in an electric tap, and they were gassing their car up with my electricity. I still got to talk to that tenant. It's just the world's changing. But because we were talking about, in fact, it relates to one of the properties that I bought. We've got a little corner gas station that I don't own. I own the property around it. And it's like, well, maybe we'll buy that because it's kind of an eyesore. And what we decided is that maybe the gas stations are going away. And it's like, well, what would that be good for? Well, the money really isn't in gas. I've almost bought a gas station twice in my life. And I was talking to the business. The banks hate them because there's so much theft out of the little convenience stores. There's a high degree of theft from the people behind the counter, from the people that walk through the store. But anyways, the gas, they make so little on the gas. The guy told me he makes $800 a month on the gas. But the gas brings him in the door to buy milk and cigarettes and lottery tickets and that sort of thing. So I don't know. It looks like a rough business, not something I'd want to be into. So if you're talking about the little markets, maybe, Liam, but I don't know. I'm curious about that. It seems like mostly we got Indians that own those markets, at least around here, and they do real well. But man, they're always behind the counter. They're always behind the counter, and I don't know if they're renting or if they're buying, if they own the properties. So be interesting to find out. But look, there's also opportunities in leasing. This video right here, this one here, 1.4 million profit in rent, and really it's more than that. I never want to exaggerate, but I probably made closer to 1.7. I'm going to tell you right, I put it around 1.4 million. Either way, it's a hell of a lot of money on a property that I never owned. It's one that I just rented. I leased it and then I released it, and those kind of opportunities are out there too. There's so many ways to make money, and these are some of the folks in the mentorship. And like this guy here, Eric, he did something I'd never done before. He bought a trailer park and he bought land. When I say it's something he did that I'd never done before, is he got a 0 interest rate, 0 down. So he bought a piece of property, 100% financed, no interest. So every payment he made, he paid the principal down. And that's the deal he got in place. And he figures he made $500,000, or is going to make $500,000 on that. So it's a really neat thing to see other people make money the way I did, even 20, 30 years ago, and how I still do today. It just shows that it can be taught. It is viable for a lot of people that don't think it is. So anyways, I don't want to keep belaboring this subject, but anybody got anything they want to talk to? If not, I just want to tell everybody I got a TikTok account. Please go look for me, FlipAnything USA and or Tom McKay USA on TikTok, and you'll be the first to join up on that, and we'll see how that thing works. I'm trying to simplify things. Also, you're going to see the website change up a little bit. There's some price changes going on. You guys have to check that out. Anyways. But hey, Liam, hope you can come into the meeting tomorrow. Russ, I'm sure I'll see you. And hey, so fun. Glad you're in here. I really want to find out from Isvan. We got somebody in Portugal. Yeah, he's got a beautiful beach house or beach apartment. I want to look at that. I'm hoping he got it. It looks pretty neat. I was actually looking up the airports in that area. It looks so beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to call it a night. But thanks for watching. Those of you who just got here, I'm going to play this for you, and you can check this out. And then maybe check out or just go to the mentorship. Check it out right here. Just come here, and you can go over here. By the way, you can take a survey. There's a survey on the site. It'll probably open up for you automatically, but you click this, and you can go to the survey page, fill that out, and I'll kind of evaluate and tell you if the mentorship is good for you or not. But I'm always happy to share. It's always, I know a lot of people, you don't know what you don't know, and it's great when you can talk to somebody that'll enlighten you a little bit, and I'm happy to do that. So anyways, that's it, and we'll see you later.